Hey everyone. So, if you've ever tried to run and train a really powerful AI model on your own machine, you know the pain. Today, we're diving into a tool that's looking to fix that headache once and for all. It's called Unsloth Studio, and it's basically your all-in-one command center for local AI. But let's just start by asking the big question, right? Why is this so difficult? I mean, if you've ever gone down this rabbit hole trying to get a powerful model to run locally, you know it can feel like a massive, massive uphill battle. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Your GPU's VRAM just screams for mercy. You're swimming in a sea of confusing command line tools, trying to juggle like 5 different apps at once, and fighting with installations that just never seem to work. It's this messy, fragmented workflow that honestly turns a lot of people off. Okay, but what if we could just get rid of all that struggle? Well, that is precisely the goal of Unsloth Studio. It's built from the ground up to be that single, unified solution for doing AI development right on your own computer. So what is it exactly? Well, Unsloth Studio is this really cool open-source, no-code web interface, and it brings the entire AI workflow. We're talking training, running tests, and then exporting your models all into one single place. And the best part? It's all on your local machine, no cloud required. And it's not just about being easy to use. It brings some serious performance upgrades. First off, it can train models up to 2 times faster than the standard libraries out there. Now just think about that for a second. That means you can test your ideas, tweak things, and get to a working model in literally half the time. It's all about less waiting and way more creating. And this is the real game changer. It gets that speed boost while using up to 70% less video memory. That is huge. It means you can now fine-tune these big, powerful modern models on consumer-grade GPUs, like an RTX 3060 or a 4070, something that would have been totally impossible before. This really opens up access to high-performance AI for so many more people. And we're not just talking about a couple of specific models here. Unsloth Studio supports over 500 different open-source models right out of the gate. We mean everything from the latest large language models to powerful vision models, audio, embeddings, you name it. The compatibility here is just incredible. So you have all these performance benefits, but how does that actually make your workflow simpler? Well, let's walk through the entire journey, from the moment you have a simple document, all the way to exporting your very own custom-trained AI model. A typical workflow is just beautifully simple. You start by loading a base model. Then you prep your data, we'll get to that in a second. You start training with a single click. You can then compare your new model against the old one, and when you're happy, you export it to use wherever you want. It takes this super complex process and boils it down to 5 really intuitive steps. Now, anyone who's ever fine-tuned a model knows that data prep is usually the most painful part. This is where the data recipes feature is just magic. You can just throw your raw files at it, PDFs, CSVs, Word docs, whatever, and Unsloth automatically converts them into perfectly formatted datasets. This saves you literally hours of tedious manual work. And check this out. This slide shows you exactly why you do all this. After training, you can put your models head-to-head in the arena. So we asked both models to explain Unsloth Studio to a 5-year-old. On the left, the base model gives a very literal, kind of boring answer. But look at the fine-tuned model on the right. It's creative, it's playful, it totally understands the spirit of the prompt, not just the words. That right there is the power of custom fine-tuning. But don't think for a second that Unsloth Studio is just about being simple. It is packed with incredibly powerful features under the hood that are perfect for more advanced users. Let's just run through these real quick. You get sandboxed code execution, so you can safely run Python and Bash scripts. There's this wild self-healing tool calling, which lets models go out and search the web to check their own answers. You can watch your training in real time with live charts for GPU usage and training loss. And when you're all done, you can export to popular formats like GGUF to use with tools like Ollama. And maybe the most important part, it is all 100% offline and local. And I really want to drive this point home. In today's world, where data privacy is everything, this commitment to being 100% offline and local first is a massive, massive deal. Your data, your custom models, it never leaves your machine. You are in complete and total control. And like we mentioned before, it's not just about text models, not by a long shot. As you can see here, there's a ton of support for vision models, text-to-speech, embeddings, and a whole lot more. It really is a true multimodal AI workshop. All right, so by now you're probably thinking, okay, I need to try this. So let's talk about how to get started.
because your own AI journey can literally begin right now.
You are going to love how easy this is. The installation is basically two simple steps. You run one pip install command, that's it, and it works on Mac, Linux, and Windows. Once that's done, you just type Unsloth Studio Start in your terminal, and it launches the whole web interface. It is seriously that simple. And the team behind this is not slowing down. They are constantly making it better. Thanks to some recent updates, the installation is now 6 times faster. And get this, the total size has been cut in half, saving you over 5 gigabytes of space. That just shows how dedicated they are to making the user experience awesome. Okay, let's talk hardware real quick. Right now, full model training is optimized for NVIDIA and Intel GPUs, but the chat features and those awesome data recipes work perfectly fine on a standard CPU or on a Mac. And what's super exciting is that full training support for Apple's MLX and for AMD GPUs is just around the corner. So all of this brings us to one final and I think most important question. Tools like Unsloth Studio are tearing down the barriers to creating and customizing your own AI. Everything is faster, it's more efficient, and it's way more accessible. So the only question left is, what will you create?